What's up, everybody? Figured I'd give you guys an update. So of course I'm driving the Ram. We've put out 3,300 miles on it, and so far I've really been liking driving the Ram. I think it makes a great daily driver. It's very comfortable, and fits someone my size really well. I'm 6'4" and a bigger guy, so it's a very comfortable truck to drive. But one thing they don't tell you is it's got some great pickup. So it's a straight six twin turbo. So it has 420 horsepower and 470 pounds of torque at the crank. Now at the wheels, that someone else dynoed it, and they're all going to be pretty similar. It was 375 horsepower and 420 foot-pounds of torque. So not a ton of drivetrain loss, and which makes it pretty quick. So it's got a 0 to 60 in the 5s, a quarter mile in the high 13s. So for a truck, it's, I would say, very fast for a truck, and very enjoyable to drive. But I did see that they had a JB4 out for the truck, and I'm tempted to talk to Terry and see if we could just work something out to get one, because allegedly it adds 100 horsepower and torque, which would be wild. A 25% increase in power, because that's to the wheels. A 25% increase in power. We would probably be, except we would be at almost 500 wheel horsepower and over 500 pounds of torque, and probably a 0 to 60 time in the high 4s to mid 4s, which would be wild for a big truck. But back on to kind of everything else, we are looking for a track car, and when it came to getting another fun car, I think I may go with something that's not new, potentially. I've been thinking about it where I might get something, $15,000 or under, where I can just pay cash. And that's kind of the lane I've been thinking about, and what would be fun for that price point. That would be kind of like a fun track car. Now, in that range, you can get a higher mileage Model 3, which would be a pretty zippy, fun car. You can't get a Model 3 Performance for that price, but you can get a Model 3 with 100,000 miles, and maybe you can get a Model 3 with 100,000 miles and a newer battery, so it's not a big deal. And there's a lot of other cars in that realm. If I look towards the 90s, I've had a 3000 GT before, so I wouldn't mind getting another one if I could get the twin turbo version. I wouldn't mind getting a 300ZX. I don't know if I'd want a 1JZ Supra, just because I don't know if I'd fit into it. Something else, I'm not sure. Again, I don't know if I would fit into it, but maybe an older, a 911 turbo would be cool. There's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of fun cars that would be really fun track cars. Now, cars that are kind of off limits are going to be the Miata. The Miata doesn't work. I just don't fit. Even if I could fit, it's really uncomfortable. The only way I could fit into, I've driven a Miata before with a convertible one, and I had the convertible open, and I'm just too big. Then S2000, I've driven the S2000. It was just really uncomfortable, and I've seen people where they remove the padding to the seats to make that work. I don't want to do that. I want a car that I'm going to be comfortable in. Cars that I've driven that are surprisingly comfortable is like a Mini Cooper. The only thing is with that is like reliability. The fun track car, but reliability is definitely a question with Mini. don't know. They said like a handful of cars that would be really fun. Track cars don't necessarily need to be fun, but maybe we get into like autocross or something like that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think and what I should potentially check out.